A safe haven for thousands of kids on the west side of Chicago is out of commission for the summer. The Garfield Park Gymnasium has not yet been repaired after a flood almost a year ago. Critics are questioning the Chicago Park District's priorities following a series of stories by Fox Chicago News and the Better Government Association, where we found questionable contracts, curious hires, and excessive spending on out-of-town trips, hotels, and meals, all while the floor remains out of commission. Dane Placko with a Fox Chicago BGA investigation.
If it's closed, it's going to be hard. People are going to be on the streets.
Marlon Sykes says for his teammates at Marshall High School and thousands of others on Chicago's west side, the Garfield Park Fieldhouse and Gymnasium is like a second home.
That park is huge with me and my teammates, getting off the streets and getting into the gym.
But that gym is now off limits and has been since last summer, when heavy rainfall triggered a flood which destroyed the gym's wooden floor.
Then once water covers this floor, you're done after a couple days.
Chicago Park District Supervisor Brian Began showed us how water from the Garfield Park Lagoon and the park's own swimming pool poured into the gym, which is actually below ground. It's the fifth time it's happened since the gym opened in the mid-1980s.
To put a new wood floor in, yes, that'd be great, but there's no guarantee that this is not going to flood again.
So the Park District is planning to put a new rubberized floor in the Garfield Park gym, but it won't be ready till fall, which means the gym will remain unusable through the heat of summer, in a neighborhood which police say has the second highest homicide rate in the city.
I'm tired of excuses.
Cook County Clerk David Orr has been a key supporter of Garfield Park recreation. He says the Park District should have begun fixing the gym right after the flood last summer, instead of spending thousands of dollars on hotel rooms and fancy meals.
But the bottom line is they've not made this the kind of priority they should. And if the kids come first, this would have been handled.
We keep kids off the street, 7 days a week over there.
Marshall High School basketball coach Henry Cotton says with summer fast approaching, kids and young adults will have one less safe haven.
Are you surprised it's taken that long to repair that gym floor?
I'm past surprised because I really thought, the Park District, due to the values of that gym, to what it's been doing the last couple of years, that it would have been done by now.
But a Park District spokesperson says they've been working as quickly as they can.
You said delay, Dan, and it's not delay, it's due diligence. Our engineers had to do everything that they could to make sure that the problem was being solved.
Faulkner says fixing the floor is a priority and points out the district has spent close to $2 million on various upgrades at Garfield Park over the past year. The district will try to run some of the summer programs out of nearby parks, but because of the gang problems on the west side, some of the students we talked to say it's not always safe to travel to another neighborhood. Robin?
And it's certainly not safe to not have anything to do. But if they're going to get a floor down that's going to not have to be repaired every 2 or 3 years, which is terribly expensive.
Which is a good goal.
Yeah, I understand that. But fall, you think they might move a little faster? I hear it might be 6 or 7 weeks.
They're saying 6 or 7 weeks, and then she told me a little bit earlier fall, so there's a little bit of confusion about that. Regardless, these programs are starting in the next few weeks, and the summer leagues and the recreational leagues are simply, it's not going to be ready in time for that. Well, and the night programs, which are very important, getting kids off the street and giving them something to do.
And more importantly, the backdrop to all of it is the money that's being spent elsewhere.
Right.
That really doesn't seem to be going directly to services. Well, maybe your story will spur them on to be a little quicker with replacing that gym floor. Thank you,
Sure.
Dane and the Better Government Association.